Why do some people get angrier than others?
Well, there are a few different factors. It's that sort of nature-nurture kind of thing. There's some people who are born with a temperament or a predisposition to kind of have a short fuse.
Like biologically?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Personality-wise. But then there's that family of origin stuff. If you grow up in a home where there's substance abuse, a parent with anger issues, where there's neglect, all those kind of issues, that makes you more likely. And then there's also that sort of resource issue in terms of emotion and physical resources, the level of stress, how much sleep you've had, what substances you consume, everything from nicotine to caffeine to illegal substances can make you quicker to anger.
See, I'm more like you. I would have walked away, but I like what Chuck did, which was standing up for other customers. I think that was a healthy thing to do. So what are the results?
Well, first of all your viewers at home should be adding up their scores right now so they can see where they fall on the heat.
And again, even after the segment, you can take the test at AndersonCooper.com.
How did he do?
Well, the heat index, just so you know, to have a sense of where you fall, is a we have 4 different kind of ratings of where you fall. Hot-headed, easily irritated, average temperament, and totally cool.
Okay.
So Padma, you scored a 49.
Oh.
Okay.
Which means that you're easily irritated. And by the way, your whole staff took this test, and almost everybody scored within easily irritated.
Okay.
There's a lot to be irritated.
Believe me, a lot of people on TV are easily irritated. This does not surprise me.
There's a certain trickle down of when it comes to the boss, but we'll get to you.
You're
in a
low
second.
end easily irritated, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But definitely one of your areas where you could use improvement is you tend to obsess, you hold on to things too long, and that's an area where you could probably be a good role model for your kids, working on that, and also to have more outlets.
You've clearly been talking to my assistant.
Now, look, before you get to me, I will say, admittedly, I am wrapped very tight, so I may not actually get angry. All right, fine.
What is this?
Anderson, now here's the thing that's so interesting about you, is that you have this reputation for being this cool cucumber.
Here it
That
comes.
nothing flusters you, nothing upsets you.
Here it comes.
Well, Anderson, let me tell you. You scored a 69, which
I told you. I told volcano.
Not only are you on the very high end of easily irritated, but if you don't get this under control, you're moving into hot-headed territory.
I always knew you were a hothead.
It doesn't surprise me, actually.
And now the interesting thing to me with you is that where you scored the worst, it's expressing yourself.
Yes.
You're a journalist.
I know.
But you don't express yourself when
I'm a wasp. I was raised to press all my emotions deep down inside.
Yeah, which you're clearly doing, and that's an area for you to work on. And also outlets. You need more outlets, whether it is exercise, talking to a therapist.
I work 3 jobs. I don't have other outlets. This is my only outlet.
You know what?
I have no more time.
Prepping for a show, do it on a treadmill.
Do it on a treadmill.
You need an outlet.
Yeah.
Doctor,
what is your number one tip for lowering that anger?
The best anger management tip is if you think of your anger on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being where you're out of control, think of what your point of no return is. We all have a point of no return. Let's say yours is a 7. Don't let yourself get close to a 7. So when you hit a 5, remove yourself from the situation and let the person that you're with know, hey, you know what? I think this isn't productive. Let me take a breath. Let me take a walk around the block and come back, and then we can talk about this. Because when you're too angry, you can't have productive conversations, and you're far more likely to fly off the handle.
And doctor, if I am a 2.5, what happens then on a scale of 1 to 10? Like if I just...
Your anger level, if you're a 2.5?
Yeah, like if that's the point
that's your
of
point
no
of no
return.
return. Then when you get to a 1, you should be taking your time out. Timeouts are not just for kids.
Time out from life, right?
Yeah.
I live in Manhattan. So.
And by the way, I might have lied on a few of the answers, so I might actually be
Sure you
hot-headed.
did.
I'm just throwing that out there.